But obviously more prominently is we're going to be talking about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the newest installment to the Planet of the Apes franchise. I just got out of the theater literally like a half hour ago.
It's fresh in his mind.
Yes, very fresh.
I've only seen it once so far, but
I did take notes, so I have kind of my thoughts on it and what I wanted to do, what I wanted to talk about. So hopefully this will jog some thoughts that you had too. And we're going to talk about the old ones. We're going to talk about the old trilogy with Caesar and whatever. We'll talk about it all today. But
Yes.
first and foremost, what did you think about Kingdom?
I loved it. I thought it did what it needed to do in terms of world building, laying the story and the foundation for where they're going to take us on this next trilogy.
I agree. You had mentioned to me previously that you thought it was a bit slow, and I could agree with that. I do feel like the conflict of the movie didn't appear till a little bit later.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we get some pretty heavy things. Obviously, major spoilers ahead.
Oh, yeah.
For Kingdom and any of the other Apes movies we're talking about. So, you haven't seen them yet, you should probably go watch them and then come back.
Yeah.
But if you don't care, then keep watching.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. I thought it was cool. The CGI is insane, dude.
It is so good.
Like, Marvel, step it up, dude.
Right.
Oh my God.
You
Like,
know, it just when
you remember that close up of when he's looking through the telescope and his eye?
Yes.
Dude, that's insane.
Yes.
It's insane.
It is crazy. And then my favorite character, that was Raka.
Raka, dude. Yeah, Raka.
Raka is...
You think he's dead?
No, he's definitely not. You didn't stay till the end, did you? Like,
is there an end credit scene?
There's not a scene, but there is a sound of an orangutan.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So he's definitely coming back.
Because that's Maurice. That's Noah's Maurice.
Yeah,
Which, okay, I do have a bone to pick with this. Noah? That's his name?
Yeah, it's spelled N-O-A. But
like, Noah's the name of white kids I went to high school with, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of like Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even name... Why would you name anybody a living creature Mike?
Yeah, I mean, because they're all, like, he's Noah, and then you got Raka, you have Proximus Caesar.
Yeah, I know. There's so many other... Suna, Anaya. Like,
and then,
even the human guy.
Oh, yeah, what's his...
I don't even remember. Don't even.
The girl is May, but
May.
I mean...
But, like, still, it's... There's so many other cooler names. Like, if you were going to go the whole Roman route, you could have gone with somebody else. Like, I don't know. Noah. Although I do see the connection with Noah and, like, the Ark. Right?
Yeah, I had thought
like
about that,
freeing,
too. Yeah.
You know, kind of that type of thing. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
I mean, yeah, as far as his name, it's a little...
I just didn't think it was as powerful as Caesar. So, we're going to talk about Kingdom. Go a little bit into more of the spoiler stuff. There's a lot to talk about for this first one. So sorry, Mike, you're going to have to...
What did you think about the Eagles?
Yeah, so this movie takes place, first of all, movie opens with Caesar's funeral. Because if you didn't know, at the end of War for the Planet of the Apes, Caesar dies, passes away. After he knows that, you know, all of his apes are safe and everyone's okay, then he just kind of slowly passes away. After Maurice gives him permission to die, which I think is very humble of Caesar, you know?
Yeah, because, I mean, we'll talk about that when we get to War for the Planet of the Apes.
Right, but whatever. We're getting... Right. So, we start with the funeral, Caesar's funeral, okay? And I think this is not only saying goodbye to Caesar as the character, because he's no longer the main character anymore of this trilogy. This is saying goodbye to the old trilogy completely. Yeah. This whole world that we've been knowing for the past 3 movies, it's gone.
Like, you know, like, I mean, I really would have liked to have seen Cornelius, his son.
Yeah, me too.
And, like, you know,
me too.
How he led them further into it. But
I do think that this movie is telling us that there was really nothing prominent that happened in between in those years.
Which they never specifically state. It just says many generations later. But I've heard 300 years after he
I don't
died.
know if that's true.
I don't think that's true at all.
That seems way too long.
I think maybe like 150. Maybe,
I could see that. That I could see.
But I don't think it's 300
because
years.
It's 300 years as you're getting later into the movie. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
No, not at all.
But whatever, right? So then we get to this really cool, after Caesar dies, we get to this really cool shot of this giant scape, and it looks like mountains, but they're not mountains, they're buildings.
Yeah.
They're still
Is it San Francisco? That's San Francisco.
I don't know.
I think it is. I think it's all San
they're
Francisco.
kind of bouncing around to weird places. I
Yeah.
noticed an airport.
Yeah.
There's an airport where he meets Raka.
Yeah.
And I noticed
The bunker.
the bunker is like a naval base.
Yeah.
There's
I think it's
the observatory that they're in.
I don't know why I keep asking. I can just look it up.
But yeah, there's a lot of different. Yeah. So. Anyway, so this clan, there's now different clans. There's sub clans of apes, which we did
Near California.
near California.
So,
San Francisco could work.
yeah, it's definitely San Francisco.
I mean, that's where the original.
Yeah.
That's where Caesar left and became, whatever. But so now there's, because okay, whatever. We'll talk about that later. Sorry. So we saw a division of the apes happening back in the original trilogy, obviously with Koba and Caesar splitting up the two. So it would only make sense that there are other factions that would kind of split off from that. And I do like that there are parallels to the other characters from the other, the other trilogy. Like obviously Noah would be our Caesar.
yeah, because did you notice too on Noah that he has like that birthmark on his chest like Caesar?
And his face is very Caesar.
Very
Like, he looks a
Caesar-esque.
lot like Caesar.
I mean, Wes Ball, the director, he did a phenomenal job, but he said that he never clearly stated that it was Caesar's descendant.
Yeah, but they don't really need to.
No, they don't. And I've been seeing a lot of people say, well, what if Proximus Caesar is actually a descendant? And what if Noah's a descendant of Koba? Like,
That would be interesting.
that would be interesting.
That would be interesting because he also does not like humans.
No.
Or as this movie calls them, echoes. They're
Yeah.
not humans, they're echoes, which I think is really interesting to call them that. A couple other things I want to touch on in my notes here. So obviously our main characters that we follow mainly throughout the story is Noah, Anaya, Suna. That's the trio of friends that we see in the very beginning of the movie. May is the human. Raka is our Maurice, definitely.
Yes.
But he talks a lot more and he's a lot funnier.
He's so funny.
Well, Maurice is plenty funny.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But
Maurice never actually spoke. It was always...
no, he did. He spoke one word in Dawn, and then he spoke to Caesar when he told him he could pass away.
Yeah, sorry.
And then Proximus Caesar, who is he's up there. He's a good villain.
Oh, yeah.
He's cool. One thing I do want to talk about really quick. It's kind of a side tangent, but kind of not. I love how these movies really make you agree with the apes.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's like, I don't need humans.
like no, straight up. But when I left the theater, I was like, if that happened today, like if that was like a real situation, another being was taking over the earth other than humans, I think I'd be all right with it.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely would.
Like
be.
it wouldn't. You as you're watching the movies, you're like, you care more about the apes than the humans.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's really crazy. So that's just great writing on their end, to be honest.
To get me to sit there and cheer for the apes to take over humans,
Yeah,
that's great.
and you really don't. When humans die,
Oh, yeah.
you don't give a shit.
No, I'm just
at
like,
all.
oh, yes.
You're just like, okay,
cool.
yeah,
He's dead.
sweet.
But
But
when Caesar dies, I cry.
oh my, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like when I thought Rocket was gonna die,
Oh, my God.
and I'm like, bro, I'm freaking out, I'm tweaking, and then nothing happens, and I'm like, oh, I think that's genius writing.
Yeah, it is.
So we're not gonna go deep like as of cut as Pirates was because that was fucking crazy.
No. I was talking to my mom about this. You know how... Do you think Proximus survived?
I was wondering the same thing.
I think he did.
Although I wouldn't really like if they brought back a villain because
So-
they've never done that.
Here's what I think they could do with it is they left it very open-ended to where they could say, yeah, no, he's dead. He's not coming back ever. Or they could make, like, say they do the next movie and it's good, but then they get to the third final one and they don't really have a straight villain or they don't really have a coherent way that they're going to go. They could bring him back.
I see. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. It's been done to death.
No, it has
It
been.
has. So I'm not gonna. I don't know. I wouldn't really particularly root for that. We didn't really see a whole lot of Proximus in this movie.
No.
He's not really in the movie a whole lot.
No, it's more about Noah and May and Raka.
Yeah, and you had also said to me personally, off camera that this movie is very big on world building, and it definitely does that a lot in this movie. So yeah, that's cool.
I like the part where like Noah, when he's talking to Anaya and Suna, and he was like, the elders didn't tell us everything.
Yeah,
about
and
the
that's something I
humans.
do want to talk about. That's a great segue into the next thing I have in my notes here. Is that, dude, Caesar is like Jesus.
Oh yeah.
He like straight up. Mike's laughing at me, but if you've watched the movies, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. No,
He is the Jesus of apes.
Yeah.
And that's not like me being funny, like I'm being for real.
No,
there is full on religions based on Caesar in this new world.
And just like in the real world, the different clans are taking his words one way and then another way, and they're spinning it and twisting it, and that's why Raka is an amazing character.
Yeah,
and I love
and
him.
the Order of Caesar, like, dude, apes are evolving past a point, or even talking and things like that, or even, dude, they're forming religions.
Yeah,
the Order of Caesar.
Yeah.
Where they're following Caesar's word exactly for what he said, and it's weird because we know who Caesar was.
Yeah.
We know how he behaved.
Yeah.
So it's weird, like, to think about that, like, we as humans, we have religion too, but we didn't know the person of that religion that is based on.
Yeah.
So we can't say what the real word of whoever was.
Yeah.
Neither can Raka. He doesn't know either. But it's just weird. It's really kind of weird to me, and I think it's really cool. I think they did it really well.
Oh, they did. They knocked it out the park.
Like, there's Raka is explaining to Noah later when they find him. And we're kind of all over the place for this because, I mean, we're assuming if you just watched the episode, you just saw the movie, or you don't care. So go watch the movie, I guess, if you want to know the timeline of it. But there are other, like, Raka is explaining to Noah that Caesar, he basically calls it blasphemous that Proximus Caesar is even using his name.
Oh yeah,
like that they're killing apes and all these things in the name of Caesar, because every time they do something, they go for Caesar.
Yeah,
and it's not for not what Caesar would want, and that's exactly what Koba did too in Dawn. That's exactly what he did. He framed the whole thing. And then when he was starting the war against the humans, he said, fight for Caesar. That's insane to me. And that's why I don't think it's 300 years in the future. That's way too long.
No, I mean, even
and we'll get to the humans too. That's a whole other thing.
Even IMDb says it's 300 years after. I really just don't think that's
I don't
true.
believe that.
I really
I don't. That doesn't make sense to me. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, even the part like when Noah...
the humans are the biggest ripple in that timeline, because that doesn't make sense.
No, yeah.
I don't believe that for 300 years humans would still be like that.
Oh,
or
yeah, like
they
at
would
the
either be extinct, or they would be coming back as another prosperous thing after 300 years. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, the part with Noah after his egg breaks because they have to have an egg.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Bird clan.
There's a whole thing in the beginning of the movie where they're looking for eggs for birds because it's a bond they share, and you have to. They all get to like call falcons or no, the eagles. They're eagles. They're eagles. Yeah.
When he goes back to the city at night after he runs into May at the camp and his egg breaks to get his own egg, and then he finds
like that. That's what I'm talking about, right? Like. That's what I mean by when I say, like, I care about what happens to the apes and whatever. Like I knew that the egg was important to him.
When his egg broke, I went,
no, yeah. I literally gasped in the theater.
I was like, oh, God.
I was like, yeah. Because, like, the repercussions. I don't even know the full repercussions of it. I don't know what that means if his egg breaks, but, like, I know that that's important to him, and I care about him. So, his dad is, like, the bird master. I'm not going to lie. I don't give a fuck about his dad. I don't care.
No, I don't either.
We knew him for approximately 5 minutes.
Yeah. I was a little like sad when he died, but just because I knew the effect it was going to have on Noah.
I knew. I do like this writing because when his dad dies, which we don't even get a name for him, we don't even get a name for a lot of the characters, like the gorilla, Proximus's right hand man. They don't even say his name in the movie. I'm 90% sure. If they do, it's very subtle.
Yeah, I don't see one.
He's just the gorilla guy.
Yeah,
but he anyway, the dad passes away from the gorilla guy. He gets killed, and Noah wakes up the next morning and he's really sad about his home and he's looking around. His whole home is destroyed. It's been burned down, whatever. And he goes up to his dad and he doesn't cry. He doesn't make a whole big emotional scene because the writers know that we don't give a fuck about this character because we didn't know him.
Silva.
What?
Silva.
Silva is his name?
Yeah.
They never say that.
No. Yeah, I don't even remember that being said.
They never say that name.
No.
So yeah, but like I like how it's just Noah just kind of sits there and he just kind of looks at his dad and kind of just accepts.
Yeah.
He skips all 5 stages of grief and just goes right to acceptance.
Yeah.
And
he
and
goes to find the rest of his
and
tribe.
he doesn't swear revenge. And this is why I think he's a descendant of Caesar.
Yeah.
Because his first thought isn't I'm going to go kill them.
Yeah.
Like Caesar's was
Yeah.
in war. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
He says
He's going to get them back.
I'm going to go get them back and bring them home.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
And I think that is a very good distinction between the two characters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to mention, like I said, like he looks a lot like Caesar.
Yeah.
Proximus looks a lot like Koba.
Yeah.
Although Koba never really had a child, not that I know of.
Yeah.
I don't think Koba ever had.
I mean,
offspring.
and honestly, I kind of looked at Proximus and kind of saw or thought he was more of like a gorilla.
No, he's
than
not.
he
He's
was
a chimp.
Like he was.
He's a chimp.
He's a big fucker.
He's a big one, but he's a chimp.
Dude is big and gray. I was like, damn.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think I'm pretty sure he's a chimp.
Okay.
He moves like a chimp in his body.
Yeah. I mean, the guy who plays him is massive.
Yeah, that too.
So that probably played a role into
But
it. But
anyway, yeah.
what didn't you like about it?
The time jump. Although I understand why, but I just don't. Time jumps mess me up, and I'm like, but wait, we were just with what happened to Cornelius? What happened to Maurice? What happened to Rocket? Where the fuck is everybody? And then
I mean, going into it, I wasn't. That bothered me, but then they gave us the funeral scene, and it kind of like
wrapped it up.
I
like that because I thought we were just going to jump right into the new world. And I didn't. If that was the case, I would have felt very different.
Yeah. But since I got a funeral and I got to see my boy Caesar laid to rest,
right,
and then they zoomed in on Cornelius,
yeah,
I was like, damn, I broke out.
But yeah, so I mean, other than that, the pacing, I guess, was kind of weird.
Pacing's a little weird.
It's a little slow in the beginning, and then when it does pick up, it gets really fast, and then you're like, oh, we're at the end.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. I think they spent a little bit too much time world building, because they wanted us to see what had happened after all these years with the world. And I get that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's not much I didn't like. I mean,
yeah, there's not. I mean,
really, just like you said, the pacing, and then
there's nothing overtly like
jump.
I would say is bad. Nothing's bad about it. It's a good movie. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah.
And the humans,
Oh yeah, let's talk.
We do got to talk about the humans.
Let's talk
a little
about
bit.
the end of the film.
So, I did this kind of almost made me tear up a little bit. So we meet Raka, and Noah goes on this journey to go find his clan, right? And he's trying to follow the trail that the other clan that took his clan left, right? So they're whatever. He's following them. He falls through a skylight-ish type thing.
Yes.
And he meets Raka. And Raka is wearing Caesar's signet. And because we know that he is in the Order of Caesar, which we had talked about earlier. So now we get to May. May is a very strange character who is she Judith Grimes from The Walking Dead?
Ooh.
May.
No.
Look it up.
No. She is in The Witcher. She plays Ciri in The Witcher. She does not play Judith.
Someone had told me that Judith Grimes was in this.
Nope. She might be mocapping a monkey, but that was not her. No.
Because she's way too young for that, right?
Yes, way too young.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Way too young.
Anyway.
Because the girl who plays her is Freya Allen. And she's in The Witcher, Kingdom. That's about it.
Yeah.
Then another movie called Baghead.
Well, let's talk about May. Humans.
Yeah, May.
So we see that there are now two, just like there are two different types of factions of apes. There's also two different types of humans now in the world because of the disease that was introduced way back in the first one that evolved in war into what we know it now.
Yeah.
So, the original virus was the one that turned the apes smart and killed humans. It just killed people. It didn't do anything primarily other than that.
Yeah.
And we see that in Dawn, it gets to a point where humans are starting to become immune to it.
Yeah.
And
then in
war, it's now turning humans.
Like they're losing intelligence. Like
they
can't speak.
They're becoming primal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. They're becoming more primal. They're becoming like apes, like how apes were. Mm-hmm. And so now we see that there are humans that are like, well, first of all, you see humans that are wearing just straight clothes.
Yeah.
And then there are humans that are wearing like rags.
Yeah.
Like cavemen clothing.
Yeah, like there's two distinctive groups of humans, and then they're the ones from that are in like the rags, like cavemen and stuff. Like when I saw that, I immediately thought of the original Planet of the Apes film from the 60s.
Okay.
Yeah. Which was cool. I'm not segueing or anything. I'm just saying, like, that's...
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it later.
He will talk about it because I've never watched them and I don't plan to, so...
But, I mean, at the end, essentially May is trying to get into this bunker that Proximus is also trying to get into because there's something in there that can help the human.
Well, Proximus sees that it was put there by humans, so he thinks that he knows that there is human technology in there that will help apes evolve into becoming the obvious dominant race of the planet.
Yes.
So May, we find out, is not a caveman human. She's a regular human. She's just a human.
Right. She can speak.
She can speak. She's coherent. She can.
The part when they're at the water, and
dude,
she
that
turns
part
to
was
them
so
and goes,
funny.
"My name is May," and Rocka just drops.
Yeah,
goes,
like, dude, him and Noah were like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, and then May teaches Noah a bad word. She teaches him the word shit.
Oh yeah.
Later, because Anaya drops a bag of gunpowder, and May goes shit, and then Noah goes shit. And then, like, later in the movie, he falls, and she's, like, on his back as they're climbing up.
Yeah.
And he catches himself, and they're, like, both, like, kind of, like, okay, like, gathering themselves.
Yeah,
and then Noah goes, shit. So that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, but essentially, Noah teams up with May because he asked her if what was in the bunker can be destroyed.
He says, I have questions, and you're going to tell me the truth.
Yeah.
And I'll figure out if I want to help you or not. Because basically we find out that she's been lying pretty much the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't as, like, gut-wrenching as, like, oh, that bitch.
Right.
But it was just more of, like, oh, okay. Like, she's...
I mean, like,
okay.
I understood why she did what she did.
Yeah. Basically, we find out that she was sent by other humans that are like her to get whatever is in that bunker because it's very vital to the survival of humans.
Yeah, I mean, there's also, like...
I don't know what is on that disc.
Yeah.
Oh, was it just the connection? Like,
I think it was just to be able to talk because you see she drops them off, and I was so confused. I'm like, okay, there's more humans, and then they're like all like, you know, doing the thing on the computers and shit. I'm like, oh, damn.
Gave me very A New Hope vibes.
Oh yeah, and then like there's a scene where before she brings it back to the humans, she goes to say bye to Noah.
Yeah,
and they're talking.
Oh my god! Oh,
and
this bitch, bro. This bitch.
The camera pans to her behind, and she's holding a
dude. She's holding a gun. She was gonna kill, bro.
Yeah,
he didn't even do nothing.
And then he give her the necklace.
He gave her Rocca's necklace.
Yeah, the Order of Caesar necklace. And I'm sitting there like, I swear to God,
bro. She was gonna cap him.
Yeah, she was.
But
she changed her mind. And she's
still an op. I don't.
No,
care.
yeah, I don't like her. You know,
yeah,
fuck you.
Like, dude, the whole movie. She's just trying to do, and this is what I'm talking about with the human thing, right? They're making it obvious that there is something in that bunker that can help humans become powerful again and become another dominant species on the planet. And the whole time I'm like, I don't care about that. I don't want that.
Yeah, I really don't.
No one wants that.
I don't.
And
like, you know what I really would think is cool? Like, let me see, instead of humans rise up to power again, let me get like another animal species.
Let's see, like, I was thinking about this, but like what?
Let's see, like,
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see, like,
there's nothing else on the planet that's more. What makes apes work is that they're like us, but they're actually better than us.
What if we had like apes and like
Yep.
like bears? You know
What?
I'm saying? Like, come on, you know how let me cook here, because you listen, Mike. You don't know.
He said, "Stay with me now."
Look up a picture. Stay with me. You know, we locked. Look up a picture of a grizzly bear standing on his hind legs. Like,
But they don't do that often.
But if they become intelligent and they think like, oh shit, I could do this. Like,
You know, like the motherfuckers in Narnia.
Yeah. You see, like, come on.
All right.
Like
that.
that.
I got you.
Like, that would be sick.
Yeah.
I don't need humans. Yeah, look at that.
Bro pulled up a picture of Boog. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah. I was thinking about that, though, about how apes are the perfect version of that because they are us, but they're better.
Yeah.
They are more intelligent. They're stronger. They are... They can use their feet to like grab stuff and
they mentioned that too. Remember when
Rocka's,
he was like and humans only can use their two appendages to grab onto things, where if you're falling you can't like use your feet.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got a point. Like, that'd be dope.
He does have a point. I think
I'm gonna go live with my ancestors in the jungle for a couple weeks and see if I can tap into their old.
Every single episode.
Okay, first off, Mike's the one that said it first.
I don't
earlier.
think.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, but he has to bring something up every episode about it.
This is the episode to bring it up, in fairness.
Yes, we're talking literally about the apes and the planet of the apes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
there's a shot too after Noah and May.
Your
say
words,
goodbye.
not mine, buddy.
True. Noah and May say goodbye, and it cuts to Noah like looking up into the sky, and then it cuts to May looking up. Into
Don't
the
even
sky.
say it. Don't.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
I know what you're.
No,
gonna
what do you
say.
think I'm gonna say?
Are they gonna go back to the original apes and like go to space and shit? Or like, is that what you're thinking about, or is they paying homage to that?
No, I think they might end up doing something with space. I don't think they're gonna like.
No. I would
Originally,
absolutely hate that.
I would too.
It would ruin the entire thing.
I would too.
Because that's the point about these movies is that it's our planet of apes.
Yeah.
It's not another. It's not space. It's not whatever.
It's
like I could see maybe if the humans ended up going to space, 'cause they're like, all right, well, our planet's fucked. We can go to space,
so
and they can stay here.
I don't think it would be out of the realm of possibility if like I wouldn't say war, more like maybe it could have happened during the events of War for Planet of the Apes, that the humans were like, okay, this is pretty bad, let's go up into space. And then something, I don't know. I think they might do something with space, which I don't want. I'd rather them just stay. And I do think it was paying homage to.
I think so.
To
But
the
I mean,
original.
I saw that at the end, and I didn't really know what to think about it. Like, I knew what she was looking at. She was looking at the thing, but I don't know what.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it, so.
What do you think they're going to do for the next one? Because they got 5 more films planned.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. Y'all didn't know that?
So 2 more for this trilogy and then a whole other trilogy.
Whole other trilogy, yes.
Damn.
Yes. Y'all didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
They definitely didn't.
Yeah, they got 5 more movies planned.
I'm just a producer, bro.
No, yeah, true. Sorry.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, they got 5 more planned. I'm here for it.
Bro, bring back Ghost Caesar.
Yeah.
Like a Force Ghost, bro.
Yes.
Bring him.
Let me get
Bring
it.
him back. Yeah.
I just want Noah. No! I want Noah like swinging or something. He goes to do something. You just hear, no!
Yeah.
He turns around and it's just Caesar. Ape not kill ape.
Yeah.
That sure would be cool.
Oh, that was one thing I was going to bring up with the whole religion thing. Dude, Caesar's laws that he implements in like the first trilogy, like ape not kill ape or no. Or there's another one I was thinking of though. But I like the similarity between, and this kind of helps my case with like he's like the ape Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not kill, ape not kill ape.
Yep.
They're
Bro
very
literally
similar.
read the Bible with James Franco and said, yep, that's what I want.
It's very similar. Yeah. Mike is looking at me like I'm insane.
Mike, have you even ever watched these
No,
movies?
he hasn't.
Not even a minute.
Okay.
So it doesn't make. I understand that it sounds crazy from that perspective.
It's just crazy because he's also in his church attire because he came from church.
Bro, he's got a polo on that's buttoned up to the top of it. Like, bro,
Let that shit breathe, dog. You're
let's
turning
let that
red over
breathe,
there,
bro.
dude.
I want my chest to pop out.
Yeah.
But let's wrap it up here with Kingdom.
Yes, yeah, because we got a lot more to talk
But
about.
out of 10, or out of 5, what would you rate it?
No, we'll go out of 10.
Go out of 10?
Out
Okay,
of
go out
10,
of 10.
I'll go. I think it's a good start, so I'm gonna go 8. Just solid 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna go half a point up, 8.5.
All right, yeah. Okay.
I like
Very
it.
fair. Yeah.
Very good. Good start. I can't wait to see what they do going
Yeah,
forward.
Kingdom, really cool. I know we didn't really talk about Proxima, but Proxima is
He's
just kind of there.
He's there. He's a
He's
cool
there.
character, but like there wasn't a lot.
He's very powerful. He's a very powerful presence, but he's there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fun. Anyways,